All right, so I just got done filming a couple videos for Jen on the right side, and all of a sudden her left elbow started bothering her. So the last video that I was going to create, which is this one, which is going to be a client story. Don't let me push you down, Jen. Don't let me pull your arm down. I'm just going to treat her left elbow while I tell this story. So hopefully that's okay, and I'm not too distracted. But so essentially, I had a guy who actively does jujitsu, and he fractured a knuckle with punching. And I saw him after the initial healing happened, gave him some treatment throughout the hand, and his range of motion significantly improved. Functionally, he was very pleased. And then it was kind of a waiting game to start punching. Well, he started punching, and he started to develop some weird kind of numbness on either side of his fingers, and would just kind of come and go, but was really annoying to him. Fun fact for him, he's also a guitarist, like lifelong guitarist, and is really fast on the guitar, and does these like crazy speed riffs, I think is what he called it. And so he has the jiu-jitsu piece, he had the guitar piece, and he would note every time that he would play the guitar, this would get worse. Okay? He then went and saw a manual therapist in Matthews, who's excellent, who's one of my good referral partner, but also just we think very similarly from a soft tissue standpoint. He saw him, and he found that if he pressed a certain area of his forearm, it would reproduce some of the tingling into his fingers. And so we got to thinking about it more, and I was like, why would this be what's causing some of the numbness when the injury was actually in the knuckle? And so I just kept asking questions, and then we realized, we got to the whole punching piece of, he really started ramping up his punching and punching into resistance shortly before this numbness into the finger started. And so a punching motion is actually going here. So it's a forceful elbow extension and what we call wrist pronation. All right. There is a muscle in the forearm here called your pronator teres, which you are using to help really kind of get that whipping motion of the elbow. And so he hadn't been punching for a long period of time. All of a sudden he went back to punching, and he has some compression on the posterior interosseous nerve in the forearm, which was likely sending the numbness and tingling down into his hand. So despite having the fracture here and taking time off from punching, he developed an overactivation into that pronator teres trying to get back into it. And so then we ended up having to really kind of manage down throughout the arm of the pathway of the nerve to then get that to free up. So anyways, I thought that was a cool story. I thought I was going to be treating Jen the whole time, but I couldn't multitask very well. So that's my life on stuff. So,
You're a man.
well, I'm a man. Okay, thank you for that, Jen.
Yes.